Lepic is the best Descendant for beginner players, but that doesn't mean that Lepic is bad. He's actually a great Descendant because compared to other Descendants, he is very easy to understand. And he has a lot of useful skills that will help you contribute to your team. So let's talk about him. What's up Descendants, Bob here, and today we'll be showcasing Lepic. If you want to see more videos for the first Descendant, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you'd like to support me, I'm going to leave my Nexon creator code in the video description. Let's start with his passive, Close Call. And this skill is a second chance mechanic that when Lepic takes damage that would have downed him, he becomes immune to damage and crowd control effects for 5 seconds. And when it ends, he recovers 50% of his HP, and we can reuse Close Call in 600 seconds. So take it easy, you're not going to cheat death more than 2 times. Now for his first ability, we have Grenade Throw. Pretty straightforward ability. Lepic throws a grenade that explodes on a 5-meter radius and deals his skill power times 487.3%. I recommend stacking the grenade with Lepic's third skill. Next up is his second ability, Overclock. With Overclock, Lepic gains a 20% skill power modifier increase for 18 seconds. And what's most important is that this ability only has a 20-second cooldown, so try to keep it active as much as you can. And lastly, when Lepic deals damage to an enemy, he also inflicts them with Burn, which does his skill power times 115.2% per second for 3 seconds. Overall, I think Overclock is a great ability and we have to keep it on as much as we can. Now for his third ability, we have Traction Grenade, and this is one of Lepic's most useful tools. The Traction Grenade will pull all enemies in a 9-meter radius to the center and will disable them for 2 seconds. 2 seconds sounds like it's not a lot of time, but if you coordinate with your teammates, those pulled enemies will evaporate before the effect is even over. And lastly, for Lepic's fourth ability, we have Overkill. Lepic switches to his Overkill weapon, and when it's active, he loses 10 mana per second. So we have to be fast before we run out of mana. When Lepic fires Overkill, he shoots a projectile. And when this projectile hits, it damages enemies in a 5-meter radius for his skill power times 734.1%. Now when the projectile hits, it will start a damage over time effect on that same 5-meter radius that deals his skill power times 11.7% every half a second for 4 seconds. Pretty good ability, especially because you can cast a bunch of these and you can flood the area with damage over time zones, killing pretty much everything in a room for you. Lepic is probably the easiest Descendant to understand, but that doesn't mean that he's bad. I think quite the opposite actually. He has 2 good AoE skills, a good disable skill, a very good passive to stay alive, and a strong buff skill. Overall, he has a very good toolkit. People that don't have a lot of time to invest in the game are going to love Lepic, because building for him is going to be super simple. I think that Lepic is the best out of the 3 starting Descendants in terms of accessibility. So for players new to the looter shooter genre, Lepic is the way to go. But those are my thoughts on Lepic. Let me know how you feel about this Descendant on the comment section below. And that's Lepic's breakdown, Descendants. If you found it useful, please leave a like, it really helps out. Now let's take a look at his gameplay.
This place is somehow connected to the Ironheart. I'll know once I have the data. Descendant, unfortunately none of the Ancestors' data remains in this terminal. I will check the other terminals, but it seems the Vulgus were successful with their extraction.
That can't be right. If it were possible to fully extract the data, then the Magisters would have already done it.
Until recently, it would have been impossible for the Vulgus as well. However, if they have someone on their side who is very familiar with the
Descendant, did you come here looking for me? Or did you come to witness the superior technology of the Vulgus? I am Greg, commander of the invading Vulgus forces. It is a shame that I am unable to face you directly.
This terminal also does not contain the Ancestors' data. However, Descendant, I sense the transmission of the Ancestors' data is happening close by. That is most likely where the enemy command center is located. As the enemy sealed off Kingston's network, transmitting data over a long distance would have been impossible. This means we still have an opportunity to retrieve the Ancestors' data.
And that's all for this video. If it was entertaining or useful, please leave a like, it really helps out. If you want to see more videos for the first Descendant, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.